We've been endeavoring to answer several questions. One of them is, what is it that's present when stillness and movement meet? Another is, what is your relationship with life now, or life's relationship with you? And another is, what is the nature of emptiness? There was a merchant, and he followed the religious practices of the day, and he also followed a Sufi teacher who he'd been with for many, many years. But the merchant was very troubled. He was very confused because he had observed that although people purported to be religious and or spiritual, that to his mind they were disobeying God. But in his travels he found himself in the great city of Samarkand, where the great Sufi master Abu Abbas lived. So he went to Sheikh Abu Abbas and told him of his dilemma. And Sheikh Abu Abbas said to the merchant, "You must occupy yourself with God." But the merchant was still very confused, quite addled. And in that city there was another great Sufi teacher called Al-Halawi. So the merchant went to Al-Halawi and presented his case again, stating his situation. And Sheikh Al-Halawi said, "You must occupy yourself with your soul." Well, the merchant was even more confused. He said, "I've just been to Sheikh Abu Abbas, and he tells me that I must occupy myself with God, and you tell me I have to occupy myself with my soul. Both of you are great teachers. Whom should I follow?" With that, Al-Halawi had tears flow down from his eyes, and he said to the merchant, "Each of us have answered you in accordance with our station. Would that both you and I could attain to that station where Abu Abbas abides." But the merchant went back to Sheikh Abu Abbas and told him what had transpired with Sheikh Al-Halawi. And Sheikh Abu Abbas said to the merchant, "My friend Al-Halawi has pointed to you the path, and I have pointed to you the destination. You should follow both his advice and mine." If we bring this down to a philosophical point, and we know, we hear people say, and we might even say ourselves, "Oh, that's an old soul." Or Divine Mother used to say, souls are like cucumbers. They can be graded. Some are not so ripe and some are ripe. But would we ever say this about God? Would we ever say, this is an old God, this is a young God, an unripe God? So if we look at this in answering our question, perhaps, what is it that's present when stillness and movement meet? And we look at this story. How would you translate How would you describe your understanding of what this story means? Remembering that we're still endeavoring to answer these questions. What is it that's present when stillness and movement meet? What is our relationship with life now? And what is the nature of emptiness? But for the moment, what's your understanding of this story? Soul. They often refer to it as a soul thread. In occult terms, they talk about going out on that silver filament. But how do we perceive soul? Is it something that matures with our experiences to make us an old soul, a wise soul? And if so, that is movement. But God, could it be that this is unchanging? Translated then into stillness. When the soul meets that destination, and that movement and stillness meet, what happens? And if we have that goal in our presence at every moment, and our soul in the movement and maturation process, as life is meeting that at every moment, what is it that arises from that meeting?